just took the X Class out. I put the 52 volt battery back on. This controller is able to work at 52 and 60 volts. And we've been testing a new feature that I'm adding on to this. It's called field weakening. For those of you who are not familiar with it, basically it changes the timing of the motor while you're going in order to achieve a higher RPM with the same voltage. So 52 volts now, and with field weakening on board working, we just posted on 52 volts a top speed of 38.8. So basically 39 miles an hour just on the 52 volt battery. And that's GPS. So on the screen, you're going to see like 40, 41, something like that, maybe 42, but still pretty amazing for a 52 volt setup. This is, again, the controller in a stock location, stock everything, stock connections, nothing. So if you don't want to do anything except the controller and the screen upgrade, you don't have to change anything else, and you're still going to be able to get around 40 miles an hour, so 39 miles an hour. I'm sure it'll do 40 with a lighter rider. I'm 180 pounds, 175 pounds. And also, if you got a little bit of tailwind, it'll definitely go faster. So really impressed with this so far. Stay tuned. I'm charging up the 60 volt battery. We're going to test field weakening with that next. But I'm really loving this setup, guys. It's getting closer. As it gets closer to release, I'll let you guys know. This is the one. This is so good for this bike. All right, so we're out here at our secret test facility. It's just a long piece of road. With the X Class, we've got the 62 volt battery now loaded up, charged up. We're going to be testing the new controller, which fits in a factory location, on 60 volts with field weakening. So we're going to see our previous highest speed was 39 miles an hour before the field weakening modification on the controller. So now with field weakening, we're going to expect to see over 40 for sure, probably closer to 45. That's the goal. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to put my camera on here. I've got a Dragy with me. I'm going to set the Dragy up. Here it is. I'm going to set that up so that we can get acceleration data and accurate GPS. I also have the Garmin Forerunner GPS on board, so we've got redundant GPSs, so we'll be able to see for sure what this thing's capable of. Let's get to it. All right, so the first run we got 44.7, so basically 45 miles an hour. It showed like 46 on the screen. Pretty good, 45, 46. So let's try for another run and see what we can do. All right, second run. I went back. I forgot to hit record on the camera, but we did hit 45.3, so it is 45 miles an hour for sure at this point. I'm going to do another acceleration run because I also noticed that I didn't have the 0 to 30 put on the Dragy. So I'm going to make another run. But this time I want to see the acceleration 0 to 30. Let's see what we can get. All right, here we go. So there you have it, 45 miles an hour. We double redundant tested it with the Dragy and the Garmin. So you can see it on the video. We touched 45 miles an hour, and I did it multiple times because the first time I did it, I actually didn't have the camera running. So we did it twice. And 0 to 30, I'm so used to saying 0 to 60. 0 to 30, I forgot to measure it on the first couple pulls, so I had to set the Dragy back up. But as you can see, even after a few runs, we were still low sixes, 0 to 30. So I'm confident that this is a 6 flat 0 to 30 with a full charge, everything ready to go. Pretty good for what we're talking about here. Stock motor, stock aerial rider motor back here, 1000 watt, and a stock controller. Basically, it's a stock style controller mounted at a factory location using field weakening for extra speed, and that got us, like I said, 45 GPS. It was like 46 on the 46 miles an hour on the screen. So if it were set up with the original display, which reads high, about 2 to 3 miles an hour, that would have been 48, maybe even closer to 50, dare I say it. I think with a tailwind, we could probably get to 50, and the reason I tell you that is because, watch, let's see if you can see it on the screen here. Watch the freewheel speed here. Ready? Check this out. Look at that, huh? And we know the speedometer is pretty accurate. So even if it's like 2 miles an hour off, it's still gonna be able to get you over 50 miles an hour for sure if you're drafting someone. I might even try that just for the sake of saying I did it. Just get behind someone and just kind of see what kind of all-out speed we can achieve. But with me on it, with no help from the wind or aerodynamics, you saw 45 miles an hour, legit GPS. So I'm really excited about this thing. I'm expecting to have these probably close to December. We'll see. I'm trying my hardest to finish all of the tuning and testing on it because I really want to include that field weakening feature clearly. And I want to make sure that all the bugs are dialed out of it, which they pretty much are at this point. We're just adjusting some of the power points and things like that. We're running 50 amps on this controller, and the battery is obviously taking it very well. So the kit's going to be probably either controller display by itself for the 52 volt guys, or for anybody who wants to run their own battery, and then maybe we'll offer it with the battery as well. Pricing, I'm not too sure about. You're gonna have to stay tuned because this is kind of a work in progress, depending on how many units I can get and how much the production cost is gonna be. But I am working on it, and I want you guys to know that this is gonna be the very best possible solution for your aerial rider. No extra wires. It all plugs into the factory wiring. No extra batteries here in this particular situation. Just a stock style battery, or you can run your stock battery and still get to about 40 miles an hour. So very simple. All you do is install the display. Everything plugs into the factory wiring. You don't have to do anything at all wiring wise except plug it in and play. So stay tuned. More to come on this. I'm still not done. I am trying to squeeze every last mile per hour and ounce of juice out of it safely. I am going to be durability testing it as well. I'm going to ride it as much as I can, as hard as I can, as far as I can, and I'll make sure that this thing doesn't have any problems at all. Stock motor holding up so far though, so I'm pretty impressed with that. Anyway, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.